Hey guys, Tyler2K here. Today we're going to take a look at Jack-8 in Season 2. I believe we're currently technically in Day 5 because I'm over here in Northern California for the West Coast. A lot of the honeymoon has kind of worn off for Season 2. And yeah, this is a request from one of the viewers there, shout out to Mudo, for this video. I'm currently actually working on a Tekken Tag 2 video, which is funny to say. But yeah, let's. I still have a few of my own characters I need to cover for Tekken 8 Season 2 changes. Jack is one of them, even though I didn't play Jack too much. He was one of the many characters I also got the Tekken God in Season 1. So here we are taking a look at Season 2. This is like mostly cold watch or cold read through. Of course, I know about 2 forward, up forward, 1+2. I think everyone knows about that. Usually if I play against a Jack player, I'll pick Clive. That way I can parry incoming. Otherwise, like Leroy, Jin. That way you don't have to armor through it. You can just react to the incoming and parry it, even though they're airborne, with those 3 characters. So, like, yeah, I pick one of them, and I don't really worry about Jack too much, to be fully frank. But I know for the rest of the cast, you guys don't have that luxury. So let's go ahead and find out what Jack, what really makes him tick in Season 2. And as usual, if I make a mistake, please let me know the time code that said mistake. Beyond that, let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, Season 2. Jack, new enhancements, expand options to Gamma Howl, Gamma Charge. I don't know what Gamma Charge is. Full disclosure, by the way. More effective at breaking through defenses and stuff. Not. That's very obvious. Like 2-1. This by itself is crazy. Plus frame on hit, plus frame on block, and they're forced to guess you. Okay, Gamma Charge. Enforces Gamma Howl's foul-up attacks. Okay, so Gamma Charge makes sense. That's 3+4. So Gamma Charge 3+4, I know is still a what do you call it? It's still a heat mode enhanced option. I think also during certain situations, it's effectively safe on block. So I know there's that meter up here. You see it glowing on the top of the screen right now. Hopefully we find out about that. But the meter like makes things crazy, and I don't know. I wish it was a little bit more intuitive. So hence we're here. Okay, he can now attain Gamma Charge when making contact with the opponent, such as hold moves. But that's a heat engager, right? Okay, what does this do? Okay, so we still get the Gamma Charge. How about on block? I'm sure we're gonna find out about this, but oops. Okay, wow, we still get a charge, and this is safe. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so it's an install, but it's a once per install all at the same time, though. Do we get off this too? Okay, no, we don't. Wow, that'd be way overpowered. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Back 2 just naturally gives install now. If we were to do back 2 by itself, okay, we don't have the property. So that's nice. Even though this is a heat engager, so it's kind of a moot point overall, though. Okay. Okay, you now get it, blah, blah, blah. Retained until the end of round, unless a Gamma Charge consuming move is used, functioning similar to Starburst, sure. As a part of this update, a dedicated Gamma Charge indicator has been added, blah, blah, blah. Okay, since heat enhancements were primarily centered around Gamma Howl, so his stance, new moves were added to allow access to said stance. So during heat mode, forward 3+4 into down. Try to figure this out. Oh, we're +17 rather than what, +13 I think it is. Oh, sorry. We need to enter into stance for the better frames. +15. So at 17, what do we get access to? Forward 2 maybe? Okay, so yeah, forward 2 is guaranteed. So that's nasty. Like, that's huge. Keep in mind, you're always going to realistically want to transition to Gamma Howl. This is for people who don't know, like, Jack theory. But when you do Gamma Howl or forward 3+4, you're actually -11 on block. So for -11, generic duck jab, down 2, down 1, blah, 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 right? So the difference is when you go into Gamma Howl off an option like that, we're only -3. Keep in mind that our fastest attack from this stance is Gamma 1, right? I believe so. No, Gamma 4, well, no, Gamma forward 2 would be 17. So forward 2 would be our fastest option from Gamma. So right, 17 -3, that means we're 20 frames. So instead, obviously, you use your option like 3+4, which is a Power Crush out of stance. The issue is the Power Crush by itself is also -13. So by them adding an enhanced version with better frames, not only are we getting the capability to be full splatting option, like for instance, like this. Shit. What the fuck is that, dude? Again, this is completely cold. This is okay, whatever. 2 more frames is a world of difference. And then also furthermore, because you know this is safe on block, that makes it even more scary to deal with. I'm curious, when I pop Gamma Hell, am I causing, like, am I losing meter? Okay, at least I'm losing meter. We still retain it, and then even though our heat mode expires, we still have 1 more access to Gamma, the enhanced Gamma version. Although I take that back. I guess Gamma Hell, the 4-3 Gamma Hell options only plus 17 under the effects of heat mode. So even though we have a safer tool, like, you know, the forward into 3+4, right? We have a safer this. Whoops, dang it. Too much frames. Heat mode forward 3+4 is the scarier one. Okay, that's good to know. Otherwise, I guess if you just had the install outside of heat mode, it might be too strong to have an option like forward 3+4 into a free hit confirm every single time. And let's see, what is that? 20? Okay. Okay, interesting. Okay, Season 2 adjustments generally moved around Power Crush and functioning as heat engagers. However, considering the need to transition to stance, e.g. Gamma Hell, it has been unaffected, and we had shown about that. The meter pop, I don't know, back 3-2, back 3-2, Hal forward 1, 4-4-2. We'll do an easy combo, back 2. We'll flex on them. Okay, sure. Okay, spec change. Gamma charge is now retained even after heat ends, so we have that little G up there again. Added an icon below the health bar to indicate the status of it. Okay, sure. 3+4. Gamma charge acquired by absorbing an attack is now retained. No shit. Really? So do we just get gamma charge for free now, basically? But same idea. So we're starting without any meter right now. And we have meter now. And best of all, that armored is Power Crush, right? And then furthermore, like for instance, we can armor through. And assuming your opponent had a really bad latency on their incoming attack, we can go for an option like that. So for instance, like, let me kind of show you in theory. Similar idea. 1 jab into running 3, right? So running 3 would have like significant lag time on the attack. I hit my turbo button. I don't know. Okay, thank God. The one complaint I have about this stick. Oh, okay, so it's so slow. Okay, there you go. See, now we have a punish. We have a punish because Jin had committed, and then because we get the meter of the gamma charge, we get an enhanced option like Gamma Forward 1. Actually, maybe Gamma like 1 by itself might be a better example. Gamma Forward 1, I guess, is in actuality probably not the best example here. Oops, same thing. But I guess the Gamma Forward 1. Okay, there you go. So see, so now we have this, which normally isn't a option, and only under heat mode is Gamma 1 a launcher. But because we're starting with 0, we armor through, we get a full combo afterwards. So that's nice. And then I don't know, I'm just doing a super simple combo. But yeah, that's a significant buff. Like not just getting the meter, because that way you can kind of chicken out and you don't have to commit to an option like Gamma 1, Gamma 2. Like just the fact you can gain meter, hold on to it, pop your meter, like for instance going for armor breaker off of Gamma 2. Like here, let me give you an example. So we armor through. Okay, now the next time Jin wants to close up against us, we can go for like 2 enter. Okay, then not a great example. Imagine he guards and then we're left at +11, so 2-3 for +5 would be our follow-up option. The fact that you don't have to pop meter right away is like a huge deal. Okay, so spec change now gives us meter. Okay, we have to hold it though. So we can't do, yeah, like that for instance wouldn't work. Down for 1-2. Whoa, like this already is like pretty good damage. Although the combo structure I use here would be for us to pop meter anyway. And I'm fucking up the 442. And then, yeah, 442 and then meter pop. So then maybe it's like something like, I don't know. Oh, whoops, dang it. I don't know what the ideal combo here would be. But like we can go for a strong aerial tailspin state now using option like gamma, again, gamma 1. So that's good. I mean, he's already bled. How much damage was that? Oops. A lot of damage, right? Okay, no. Okay. So he's able to tech there. So there must be a different combo. Maybe... Okay, that misses. I'm sure there's some sort of strong aerial tailspin we can gain access to. Oh, maybe... Okay, one last try. Forward 3. Okay, no, too slow. Okay, whatever. Oh, down back 2 now gives us that too. But this is still punishable block, right? Even on full charge. Oh, dang it. Okay, still minus 33, although with the pushback. Obviously, no one's launching at this range. But maybe like if you're like range 2, go for like some sort of down back 2 full charge gambit to get armor. To gain access to like one charge of HAL. Oh, interesting. So, Gamma HAL forward 2, I didn't know that doesn't have a variation on it. It's always the same attack. Interesting. Okay, learn something new. Back 2, that's a big one. Even though this doesn't cause wall crush anymore, the fact that you can kind of OS it is nice. I mean, back 3-2-2, like no one's gonna use that. Up forward 2 charge, so similar idea to down forward 2 1 charge. Up forward 2 charge. Wall crouching. Ooh, that's nice. And how punishable normally? Okay, I'm curious though. Because clearly I don't use enough of like Jack's move list. Okay, knockdown. So plus 13, shoulder probably guaranteed, yeah. Because he's an FC, so forward 2 for instance, or stand 2 and whatnot are going to miss there. And you don't want to go for an option like down back 1 on 12. Right? Who cares? Okay, and then... Oh, and you can hold it for the level, huh? Okay, this one is like also super practical. The full crouch down back 1-1. Did I assume that's still safe on block? Yes, it is. Okay. I'm seeing the vision. Forward 3+4 during heat mode. Okay, so normally +9. Heat mode, forward 3+4. Yeah, it does that like super dunk. It looks like we're also plus frames regardless. So yeah, now we don't even have to necessarily transition into Gamma HAL. We're always at least +0. So from here you can mash out forward 2. If you have a good read, I suppose, on the opponent, you can try using the +0 into the 10 frame heat smash and take your turn back and blow them up for overcommitting. But let's be honest here. Like, everyone's going to be going for this. Like, that's huge. Having access to 100%. Yeah, that's a whole 100% unskilled. There's no 70% penalty on this forward 3+4 variation either. That's crazy. Okay, during heat, up forward 3. Ah, yeah, the supercharged up forward 3. So it looks faster on hit, or 19 versus 23. Although we lose it outside of heat, which is good. Okay, 2-1 up forward. And then we have the clap that makes some noise, which I believe works airborne for spin state too. Wow. That's so crazy. What did I do? Like back 3-2? T1? And then strong aerial tailspin? Okay, maybe not. Maybe only under Gamma HAL, but you would probably get some like sick fucking combo too. That's crazy. And then yeah, as talked about, the nasty part about the T1 up forward 1+2, which I'm sure you guys know by now, is the plus frames, +8. But you're like, hey, you know what if it isn't just +8? This is non-counter hit, so same idea. We enter into Gamma House stance, so that allows for forward 2 to be guaranteed. Otherwise, at +8, you know, you have your typical options. You know, Gamma Howl options, Gamma Throw, if you want to go through armor. Gamma 1 if you want to keep it safe, although on the slower end. Gamma 2 if you want to lock down your opponent. Also keep in mind these options become stronger under the effects of, what do you call it, heat mode, where obviously all these options. Okay, that's not the best example. But like for instance, yeah, same thing. Lockdown, Gamma 2, and then armor through, and then we need to put him on go block all. One more time. 1+2, plus frame, hit confirm, melee 2/3. And then obviously hit confirm if we have meter still. Although it looks like that does cost us meter to go for the armor break in general. Okay, interesting. Okay, full crouch down forward 3 +4. That's not, that's good that they added the old forward 3 +4. Because yeah, this was his old forward 3 +4 animation. And it was safe on block. So now it looks like he might be full crouching the entire time. We got to test that. Let me go ahead and have Jin just like mash jab or some shit like that. Because it looks like he's crushing during this animation. The old forward 3 +4 did crush. Okay, yeah. Okay, I even tried waiting for the startup animation. And how plus are we? +6 option. And if I hold up forward. Okay, we go into +14. Interesting. And then is HOW 1, like without meter, a counter launcher? Okay, so it's not a counter launcher. So if we enter into HOW, what are we looking for? Particularly, that would be like really annoying. Like 3, I guess? So what are we? +14 into 24. Okay, so we would trade positive against jabs. So let's go ahead and test that. Put them on this, and then we'll go to punishment, and then I'm just gonna mash a jab option. Yeah, this should theoretically work. Oh, wait, what? Oh, wait, so what? Wait, whoa. I'm not in hell? Oh, I'm in full crouch. Oh, whoops, duh. That makes more sense. Okay. So then that means you have access to your typical tricks. So at +14, you, for instance, after... That would mean that cannot be low period at +14. That's huge. This is a free attempt, like straight up. That's a free attempt. There's literally nothing you can do at +14. What the fuck? Otherwise, we should still be able to do buffered throwing system, right? Yeah, until like Volcano Buster. Although I fucked up. One more time. Okay, I'm clearly mistiming it. But we also similarly can go for like a diagonal cancel option. So like for instance, up forward 1+2. Which would be really deadly by the wall. Similar idea. +14, right? There's no frames to duck jab. It's not necessarily a free attempt because, you know, the same typical +14 rules apply where they can hold down back or whatnot to escape. My point being, with the jumping, that's a completely free attempt though. -6, and now granted, the second hit is not NC, but still, that would allow for other mix-ups, full crouch mix-ups, options in, and then fuck it, you know, go for another loop, right? Well, who gives a shit? Who's gonna stop you, right? Wow, interesting. Okay, during Gamma Howl, hold forward. Ah, yeah, the flexing. Is this armored also, I would imagine? Okay, I'm curious. Let's see. It's hard to say. Okay. Okay, so it's not armored. It's not as good as JGR, but he's still flexing on him. Okay, sure. Okay, during Gamma Hell and during Gamma High. So that's just the red version of the option. I imagine this is still same frame data, right? Yeah, both 20. The difference, of course, being that the HAL 1+2 is just safe on block. So that's a big deal. Of course, this is also, you know, full 360 around Jack, so you could cross up and then get a like back churn heat dash cancel against your opponent. Yeah, but yeah, back churn, same idea. You're gonna have this like massive spark around you, 360, regardless of which direction the opponent's at. Okay, Flying Fortress, Gamma Hal up forward 1+2. So you don't have to even go 2-1 up forward 1+2. That's just a new mix-up. The big difference, of course, is 2-1 by itself is +2, typically. First of all, let's turn this back. So normally 2-1 is +2, which is bad frame data, right? You know, video number 3, top right corner, source shot. So instead, for your 10 frame, well, first of all, this is 11. So that's the big one. Now, the benefit of 2-1 is that it's safe on block, -3. So from here, you know, you can go for a flex option, churn seal up back 1+2, power crush through, heat burst, you know, so on and so forth. But the second hit's also mid. So it's safe on block and it's mid. So it's 11. So you have a stronger 11 nowadays, of course, in like Season 4 world, where you have 2-3 for +5. You can always go for your 10 frame forward 2 for also +5. Although this is also a counter at knockdown. But it's like, okay, now instead of us being +2, we're now going to be +11 transition, and the clap is basically a free attempt. Now they can power crush through, they can armor through, they can guard, or sorry, more than guard, they can parry. But not every character can strong parry because of the property on it, of him going airborne. So usually power crush the way through it. But you can always go empty, bait out a power crush, and then, you know, throw your opponent again with some option like Volcano Buster, for instance. Top right corner, how to perform instant Volcano Blaster. So that's the idea, of course. It's not as simple, super simple as that. Oh, okay. Whoops, I'm jumping too far ahead. Also, the fact that out of Gamma Hal, we can just go for the super long range clap option. Like, that's a really good range. How far is this? Woohoo! God dang. That's really far. That's like 3.5, 4-ish. And then same thing, because it's natural hit, it's not even a counter hit. Wow. Wow, wow. I'm sorry. You think you're over there? Clap. Mid on, you know, mid, I think it tracks, tends to track both ways unless you're massive plus frames. And then, yeah, +17 on natural, it's crazy. Okay, 3+4, etc. Heat burst now available. Ah, okay, so we can pop meter here. So if we're stuck in stance, let's say, like I was saying, how this is normally -11, and you know, okay, you can go for your forward 2, 17, so 20, and then the downside, of course, is you go for power crush. Hey, you're -13. Now instead, you can take your -3 and go for a safe heat burst. So let's say, I guess you're down to like no health. You can just take your churn back, and as long as they're not mashing against your HAL transition, you get a free get out of jail card. The nice thing also, and that will be a little bit harder to show because I don't remember how to set it up. Okay. Okay, so the nice thing with... Whoop. Okay, here we go. So the nice thing with this Heat Smash is even on block, you get a lot of health back. So let's say you're in this like weird scenario where you're down, you're basically whittled down. It's like, oh shit, I need something going, right? Meter pop our own meter in a lockdown scenario, and all of a sudden we have, oh, I don't have to even tell you, I can just... Why is that costing us health though? Oh, is my health just resetting during the string? Okay, I think it's just resetting. It's probably bugged. Let me put on no recovery. Okay, there we go. So we're now at 31 health, and we started at 9. So basically, we had a 22 health swing instantly, and then furthermore, in a similar vein, let's go ahead and put block all, and we'll have them let go after the second hit. Will that work? Okay, no, third hit. So I'm just trying to give you like a practical example here. This would be like best case scenario. Oh, I understand my folly. Okay, I got it now. And now he mashes. So now we have 27 health versus 9. Was that the similar thing on block though? Now I'm lost in the sauce. Okay, I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, one more time, because I'm like, what? Meter pop. Okay, now he gets hit by it. Huh? Why am I getting more health back? That's strange. Is that a bug? Okay, so either we're going from 9 to worst case scenario 27. Or 9 to 30. Yeah, I don't know. One more point, one more, thing of note here is our health regen actually should be better under rage, right? So let's double down on this idea. Okay, 29 on block. I'm clearly missing something. There's something wrong going on here. I don't know if it's a training mode bug or what. I don't even know if I'm even going to keep this in the video. Okay. Oh, that's a nice one. So now out of Gamma Howl, we can also perform the Heat Smash. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool though. Nothing wrong with that. Interesting. I don't know what scenario where it would be more valuable to drop out of stance. I suppose... Okay, would like something like this even work? Probably, right? The only issue is I don't know if they're left in full standing or not during the animation. Okay, yeah, so yeah, he's in FC, so that means our Heat Smash is going to miss. So we would need a scenario where the opponent is left standing, but we're left into Gamma Howl. And we're plus frames and not like plus G frames. So, I mean, it's nice you can same thing, you can chicken out. And then on block, you can pop your meter sort of thing. I mean, I'd rather have it than not have it, so that's a good change for sure. Okay, forward 3 can now be performed with stand 3. Oh, that's kind of weird. So he can still do forward 3, which means you can still do your... You can do like this type of variation still. Forward buffered forward 3 combos. But now you can also do the same with stand 3. And I'm sure there's some sort of reason why. Huh, I wonder why that is. Okay. 2, 1, 1 plus 2 now deals 10 points of chip on block. That's nice. It made sense that this would deal chip. It's just kind of weird that it never used to. Of course, you can duck under these hits. Ducking, unfortunately, leads you to the possibility of 2 and 2, which is only minus 12, and I think also natural launcher. So let's go ahead and have him duck. And I think this jails 2. Okay, so then that would leave him open to 2 and 2. Ah, interesting. But yeah, we can still do like a stand 2 combo instead. Okay, weird. That one's gonna get me tripped up for sure. Okay, forward 122. Recovery time reduced by 2 frames. Added behavior on block to be -10. Okay, I mean, has anyone ever like gone full route successfully? What should be noted? So forward 1-1 is a high. Forward 1-2 is a high. So I think most people are just going to duck the option. Oh, sorry, this is on 2 hits. Yeah, they're all going to duck the second hit and they're going to launch you because of forward 1-1 is so strong. If like forward 1-1 didn't exist, for instance, you know you might be able to sneak out this move. But still, like I said, because forward 1-1 exists, no one's going to get hit by forward 1-2 to charge 2. Kind of similar option to like back 3-2-2. The only problem here is that back 3-2 doesn't have a mix-up, whereas, you know, well, no, forward 1-1 doesn't have a mix-up either. I just talked about how it doesn't have a mix-up. My point is there's only one thing out of back 3, and that's 2. Literally. And so there's no mix-up here as well. So who cares if it's safer on block? Right? Like, who cares? Okay, so instead of doing the full route, you know, 1, you can shortcut the input by 1 + 4. So adjusted behavior on hit to enable higher damage arrow combos. So what you do is you just... Oh, look at that. They're way higher now. So we don't get the proper blue spark, but we get like the height of the blue spark. So that now there's more value to this move. So basically, for people who don't know, the shortcut options purposefully neuter the character you're playing as. So there's a reason to go for the blue spark, the harder stuff. You should be always going for the harder stuff in general. But because the shortcut is there, it makes the game simpler for beginners and people who don't want to like go hardcore with their inputs and whatnot. So that's nice. They're making it so that even though you're taking like the inherent risk of the 1 option, now at least you're getting like the major benefit of the super strong, you know, blue spark variation, right? You're basically taking all the risk, none of the reward, and now they're making it so like you at least get most of the reward. The blue spark 1 would at least have more damage on hit, but at least the fast one now has the benefit of a blue spark, just not without the blue spark damage. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, up 4-3, increased forward movement. No changes were made when inputting from up 3 and. Okay, so we don't go very far. That's kind of cool. But this one, we step more forward now. Although, I mean, I never use this move. It seems to be what I would predict what would happen when Jack would jump towards you. This like looks correct. So it must have been a small tweak and not something like this to this, right? I would imagine. Okay, during gamma charge and gamma tal. Reversal break effect has been added. Ah, okay. So, if you notice, this is just a blue attack during it, but under our... oh, keep in mind, we don't have to even be in Gamma Howl, right? Or in the heat mode. So now, when we do it, notice how our fist is red. Red basically signifies a reversal crush is what their technical term they call it. So a reversal break rather. So that means they can't parry it, they can't reverse it, they can't power crush it. The only thing they can do is beat it with Rage Art. But yeah, these red spark attacks all signify that you can't beat it with typical defensive measures, which means you just have to duck it, which is unfortunate, of course, right? Because the reason being, it's still like massively plus on block. Although that one, maybe not. Maybe that's just a fucking unblockable now, huh? Oh, no. Okay. So then plus 11 guarantees our heat smash afterwards. Or as talked about, you can go for 2-3 open field for +5 situation, free damage. Keep in mind the little power crush properties, like the recoverable gauge, gets eaten up by the 2 hits. So basically, that's a true, you know, 4 plus whatever it was. I didn't see the 2/3 damage. I guess let me find out. So this is 4 plus 19, so 23 of unmitigatable damage now, except unless they Rage Art or Duck it, of course. Okay, we have up forward 2, change behavior on hit, making the follow-ups on ground possible. Okay, so now looks like no counter it on. Oh wait, what was that? So plus 13, but when I was up close, why did it say plus 10 though? Oh, that was strange. Okay, so this looks kind of similar to like what they did to Dragunov. So rather than leaving the opponent on a knockdown position, it's now plus 13, which gives us like access to our crouch throw. So if we want damage and ground break, so 46. If we want meter, we go for a 2 version, which deals 42. Or because they're left in FC at plus 13, that means shoulder would also be guaranteed, meaning by the wall it's really, really strong. Which would be great if Dragunov had that, but evidently Jack is the only one who gets it. Let's see, up 2. What is up 2? Oh, up 2 is the same thing, just non-advancing. I don't know. I would imagine up forward 2 is going to be the one everyone does, because that range is really bad. I can't see it being worth it. Okay, start up the attack has been 24 to 26. It's now 24 to 25. That probably means against like really low crouching opponents or like stance opponents, this doesn't link anymore. That's probably my guess. So same thing, Dragunov, his QCF4, aka Ignition Switch, no longer hits low stance characters because it's 1 less active frame. I bet you this doesn't hit stance characters anymore either. So that means you can't use against a character like Xiao Yu. You're going to have to commit to like down forward 2, down back 1, down forward 1, so on and so forth against them. Okay, down forward 2, charge 1. Damage of the second hit has been reduced from 50 to 40. Now gives us Gamma Howl access afterwards, ensuring... okay. Oh, I understand. Wait, it's weird it says this is a nerf. So the damage is a nerf, don't get me wrong. But I know, like, in certain variations, you can still link in the down forward 2, charge 1. I don't know if that's, like, in a post-Howl 1, strong aerial, sort of stuff like that. But now... Okay. I'm not too sure. I'm sure there's something there. I'm pretty sure I've seen something, but as talked about, these are mostly completely cold watches. Or cold read-throughs are probably more accurate. Okay, back to plus 2 instead of plus 5. Yeah, that's a massive nerf. Even on charge, right? With Wall Crush, we're still only plus 5. Damn, that hurts. I mean, it probably was necessary, because back 2 has always been like a really naturally strong go-to option. Of course, that's also heat dash cancel full launcher, which is probably like the main juice of an option like back 2. Maybe they thought back 2 might be too oppressive near the wall. Wow, it doesn't wall splat though. Shit, fuck, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, plus 2 is like nothing. That's like really bad frame data. So yeah, this is a massive nerf. Okay, when approach the opponent, QCB2. Plus 12 to plus 5. This is a nerf, don't get me wrong, to lose this, where Seed Planner used to be guaranteed. The reason why they nerfed it is all the throws have been nerfed in Season 2. So in a patch where the game's all about oppression and locking your opponent down, never letting him allow to play, for them to go out of their way to nerf the throws kind of hurts. I mean, what? I don't know. So like basically no throw has Oki anymore. So you can basically hold back and guess correctly now, period. Out of curiosity, what happens if we have just Jin hold back? This probably will hit, but still. No, look at that. It OS isn't even on hold back. Although maybe... Out of curiosity, let me go ahead and just turn that off. I don't know what's going to happen. I assume this will go through, but we'll find out. Okay, yeah, it did hit. So the Oki is still there, which is impressive, since, again, all Okis have been nerfed. But still, you can escape it, and obviously the big detriment of Seed Planner, minus 70. They literally have time to dash up to you and do like a neutral hop kick and launch you to the sky. So. Okay, wall stand 1. Adjusted collision detection. God dang it. To mitigate unintended whiffs in certain scenarios. Okay. I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, one jab too, though. So, wow, they're finally fixing his one jab to actually have a hitbox on it. That's impressive. There are certain scenarios where the ones will whiff. Wall stand one, I don't think I've ever seen it whiff. But obviously there's some sort of bug here. This is one of those, is this a bug fix or is this a buff? I think it's more of a bug fix. Okay, down 4, 3, 2, down 1, down 2. Oh, full crouch 2, wall stand 1, gamma 1, and then charge gamma 1. Expanded hitbox downward to reduce unintended whiffs. That's nice. I don't know how you would like buff down 4 or 3. Like, he kicks you so fucking high. I don't know if that needed to be buffed, but maybe like in some combos, you know, post spin, for instance, you can go for deep dash down 4 3 2. Maybe there were certain scenarios where the down 4 3 would miss mid combo. I don't think they're complaining about like a normal stance character because yeah, this hits so high, but who knows? But yeah, I've definitely seen generic duck jab miss before. So okay, they're fixing that. That's nice. Super good. And then who doesn't like a buff the gamma 1? Especially, you know, again, now that it gives you meter. Or sorry, now that it has the natural hit launcher without heat mode is super fucking nice. Okay, gamma forward 1. Adjust the damage when tornado is triggered on airborne to match standard damage values. Okay, so they're just saying, like, even if you're hit airborne, and let me go ahead and have, like, Jin just jump. It's so slow. There we go. 18 damage. Okay. You know, that's nice. Yeah, that's a properly 70 scaled 26, I guess. So yeah, that's probably more bug fix than buff, but still, you know, we take those. Okay, 3+4. Fix an issue where quickly inputting a move during Gamma Howl and absorbing attack did not trigger the acquisition. Huh? So I think this is worded poorly. They're saying basically sometimes you would hit them or they would hit you so fast you wouldn't gain access to your Gamma Howl, which is the meter. But the thing you have to realize is, like, previously to this, if you would armor through, it would have the same properties as heat mode Gamma Howl. So they're just kind of, I don't know if quantifying is the correct term. They're just putting like pen to paper of better explaining when your gamma charge activates during your armored stance. So I guess in certain scenarios, you wouldn't get Gamma Howl properties. You would commit to an option like Gamma 1, and you wouldn't get the natural hit launching. You would get the old property of Gamma 1, which would be just knocked down into one option sort of thing. Guaranteed. But now they're saying, okay, you're always going to get the proper launching property during the armored state for your gamma charge option. So that's good. Same thing, more of a bug fix than anything, because I think the nerf part is that they're saying if you armor through and then still commit, it costs you the meter, but naturally it would always cost you the meter, so that's moot, basically. So this is just a buff. This is a quality of life fix, a proper bug fix, and a buff. I don't really see any negative component to this. Okay, overall, is the character nerfed or buffed? I would say buffed. I think the nerfs he received are small, all things considered. Things like back 2 being nerfed to +2 is really bad, obviously, for frame data. Things like the nerf on QCB2 damage is a system-wide change. That's not really a nerf that's specifically targeting Jack, even though this might hit Jack, you know, absolutely the hardest. But beyond that, like, I don't really see any nerfs that really come to mind. Down 4-2-1 damage reduction hurts, but now he has newer combo routes to better complement the down 4-2-1 option. So yeah, they're buffs. Now this might be the first character who I'm going to give like maybe a half a plus for his just general buffs and general mechanic improvements, where it's like, you know, changing the heart, the meat and potatoes of the character. Jack really hasn't got much that would be like, wow, that's kind of game changing when it comes to like improvements, like things like, for instance, down back 1 is still down back 1, you know, still mediocre frame data on things like 2-1. Now they added more Season 8 style stuff with 2-4, 2-1, forward 1+2. But that doesn't affect the first arrow, which is just like the heart of your character. Did the heart of your character get improved in this patch? And probably not. I don't see anything that really is like, okay, that's like, again, the first arrow. So I would probably give him a half an arrow up for the first arrow. Now, the changes to like Season 2 kind of meta, yeah, Jack is fucking insane. Like, these are insane kind of changes. The fact that now he has an explicit gamma charge outside of meter, outside of armor, really will change your playstyle tremendously when playing this character. Also, when playing against this character, things like Gamma Hell 2 being a strong break to beat armor is so crazy. Like, that's a huge improvement to his game. And I'm not even talking about like 2-1 into clap sort of stuff, right? Everything else, like everything here, are just massive kind of buffs to the character. Like massive improvements, like bringing stuff like this back. The old forward 3+4 is huge. Gamma improvement. Yeah, for sure on his second arrow, he definitely gets a full arrow. Overall, am I going to give him a 1 arrow up total, or am I going to give him a 1.5? I'd probably give him a 1.5 up still. I think he's going to play Tekken 8 better, and he's going to play Season 2 really well, which is basically non-stop oppressive kind of offense. As talked about, there's ways to beat him if you're playing a character like Jin, Leroy, or Clyde. The other characters, though, people have already shown tech to beat it, but it's not real tech. Because again, you don't have to do anything after this. You don't have to commit to the clap. You can still 2-1 and go for an armor, anti-armor option, or bait out Power Crush, 2-1, stay FC if they're going high, micro step or whatnot, or ways to apply pressure. I've already seen like counter tech to beat this by transitioning into Howl and then popping forward one to break through defenses and whatnot. I've seen a lot of tech to beat people whose claim you can beat Jack by doing this one simple trick and doctors hate you sort of shit, right? There's ways to beat that, and I think that alone probably propels him at least to 1.5 stars or 1.5 arrows upwards. Is this enough to bring him out of the dumpster, out of like bottom tier? Definitely. Is this enough to bring him into like top tier? Probably not. But I think he's definitely going to be much more solid and oppressive character in a already oppressive Season 2. Best of all for Jack, of the characters who are likely going to get nerfed, like post Season 2, I think Jack might be able to dodge a lot of these changes to a lot of nerfs that are probably going to come down the pipeline. The reign in characters like Jin, with insane damage. Even though they nerfed him, he's still an insane character. I think Jack is likely going to dodge those nerfs. So you can quote me on that. When it happens in the future, they might make a tweak here or there. They're probably going to get rid of like clap, make it less oppressive because so many people complain about it. I mean, for good reason, of course. They'll probably nerf the clap option, but I don't think beyond that, I don't think he's going to get touched much on the inevitable nerfs coming down the pipeline. Yeah, again, I don't see anything crazy on him that kind of screams to me like, holy shit, this character is going to be top 5, unlike quite a few other characters, e.g. Brian, sort of thing. So yeah, 1.5 arrows. If I made a mistake, please let me know. Time code is mistake. Comments, questions, concerns. I'm glad to hear your guys' theories and thoughts about this. Also, we are, starting to whittle down on characters I actively play. So if there's a character you want to see, same thing, put it in the comments, let me know. Okay, consider becoming a member. That's how I make my money. Beyond that, I think that's about it. I'll see you in the next video. Later on.